Excellent day to you all from everywhere you're listening to me from. This is Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, United Nations Ambassador for Quality and Affordable Education in Africa, UN Diplomat on Government Bilateral Trade in the whole of Africa. It's mind surgery revolution of the global clusters. We said instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, let's engage in mind surgery. Let's engage in critical thinking, creative thinking, innovative thinking, thinking out of the box, developing great memory, flexibility, speed, focus. Let's engage a successful Nigeria, someone that has done something remarkable. Let's bring them to become the mind surgeon of the day. Let's hear from their story and let us be motivated to do good. Most of the good that they have done. Let's pick from their mistakes and use it to correct ourselves. Let's pick from their, successes, and let it be a motivation to us. Today, I'm bringing a young man up, but before I bring him up, let's have the promo video of the Mind Surgery Revolution. Great shout out to the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution in the person of Ambassador Dr. Michelle Oko. Let's have the video.
Imagine a world where your mind is your greatest ally. Welcome to the Mind Surgery Revolution by the Global Clusters. This movement is all about transforming your inner world, building mental resilience, cultivating mindfulness, and overcoming the barriers within. At Global Clusters, we believe in the power of introspection and self-awareness to heal, elevate, and empower. Through emotional intelligence and cognitive growth, we can unlock our full potential and face life's challenges with clarity and strength. Think about it. Leaders today are overwhelmed by expanding expectations and digital distractions. But by prioritizing core values and focusing on what truly drives us, we can navigate this complex world with ease. The history of neurosurgery, with pioneers like Harvey Cushing, shows us the incredible advancements in understanding our brains. Similarly, the Mind Surgery Revolution invites you to revolutionize your mindset, just as brain surgery has revolutionized treatment. Even cutting-edge brain-computer interfaces are showing us the limitless potential of the brain's plasticity. But it's not just about technology. Holistic health approaches, like those from Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, emphasize the crucial connection between mind and body. Transform your mind, and you'll transform your world. Be part of the Mind Surgery Revolution by joining us at theglobalclusters.org. Stay tuned for updates, events, and tools to elevate your mental resilience and well-being. Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to grow with us.
Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to grow with us. This is an intellectual movement. I know a lot of movement is going on. Let's protest. Let's go against this. Let's do this. This person is not doing well. That person is not doing well. In the global clusters, we have a contrary opinion. We believe you are the change. If your life is developed, Nigeria is developed. Somebody asked me who. I said, you that you're looking at me. You that you are there, who is it talking to? It is you. You that you'll be watching this live stream even after this meeting. You are the change. If your life developed, there will not be chaos, because all of the problems that happened in our community is created by somebody. And if that person's life go the right route that is supposed to go to, we will not face most of the problem we are faced with. And this is what everybody should understand. This is what everybody should realize. So it's my surgery. With all humility, I have a young man here. Most of you might even be older than him. But, when I heard his story, we just met in Abuja, and when he was just sharing a tips of the iceberg with me, I said he must come and to those that even if this young man grow old, this story will still be there to say at so age I spoke with people and people were motivated. So I have the great honor to welcome on the spotlight today a very young man, talented young man. His name is Mr. Millie Kuyebo. He's an Abuja indigene and is here to give us is the surgeon of the day. So um, Mr. Millie, kindly come on the spotlight. We want to see your face because it's important that people see. And today you're going to tell us your story. What's your childhood look like? What are your challenges growing up? What motivated you to do most of the things you discussed with me? And then we're all going to give our submission in the next 30 minutes. Then we end this call. So over to you, Mr. Millie. You're welcome. The mind surgeon of the day.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning, Mr. Adikuni. Sorry, I have a meeting by 10:30, so I was trying to get there on time, but it's raining quite bad in Abuja, so I just found somewhere to park and join the meeting. As Mr. Adikule said, my name
Okay,
is
it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's
Shekoya.
all right. Don't no problem. No problem. Go ahead, please.
My name is Shekoya Mili Piembo. I'm an indigene of Abuja, and it has been. I met Mr. Adikule in a very funny way. I was driving boats in Abuja and I got his request. And then when he entered the car, we're going quite a distance, I think about 30 minutes drive. And we started talking. And then, just casual conversations. But we had a very nice conversation. And then he told me about this forum where people with like minds come motivate each other. And I was very interested because I'm a young person. I'm 25 years old. I was born January 1st, 2000. So I'm very young. I'm just 25, but we had very, very nice conversations. Um, when he told me I was going to talk for 30 minutes, I was like, ah. I said, Mr. Adekunle, I'm just 25. I've not achieved anything that I will stand and or I will stay and talk plenty. But he told me that he just wanted, for me to share my story, and I said, okay, that's not an issue. Um, I'm an indigene. I was born in Abuja. I'm the last of four. So growing up, my siblings, the age gap is a lot. I think the one I'm following is 7 years, and the one older, the set older than me, they are twins. I think is about 16 or 17 years. So when I was young, primary school, my the one I was following was already going to secondary school. The eldest was about to enter university. So I grew up very fast because my siblings were much older, so I didn't have time to play a lot. But sometimes I make joke with my siblings that you guys did not allow me to grow. It just made me grow too fast. Because by the time I reached secondary school, I saw my eldest sibling started working. I went to primary school, private, secondary school, private. Some people might say, oh, okay. I come from a very, that time it was a moderate family. That time you can say, okay, this was a family that was stable. I was comfortable growing up. My parents made sure that I had everything that I wanted, but the training was very unique because it was you have to think your comfort is not of your own doing, it's of my own doing. So when I grew up, I watched my siblings work hard. My brother immediately graduated from university. He went to law school. Immediately graduated from law school. He went to Gombe State. I can remember that time I was still in secondary school and he was saying where he's going to, they are not going to pay him much, just stipend, but they gave him accommodation, but it's a good place to start. And I was surprised because I was like, are you going to work somewhere where they will be giving you stipend after going to school, going to law school? But when I grew up, I got to realize, especially when I went to university, that there's there's a certain amount of pride and joy that comes from working to earn a living. So when I was in university, about 300 level, my immediate senior brother introduced me to there's a there's a platform called APEN. They are mostly they are mostly third party projects that they hire people to do different kind of jobs online, mostly for American companies. So I told him, what is this you are doing? And he explained it to me. Okay, we are search engine evaluators. We work for metaverse. We make search engines more efficient for people depending on their location. I told him, okay, is this something I can do? And he said, yes, if I'm interested. And he was very skeptical about letting me do it because, you know, I was the last. And then they always used to look at me as, oh, this one is just enjoying mommy and daddy's money. I was not ready to work hard. So he told me it's not easy. Oh. You have to clock in, clock out 8 hours a day. I said, yes, I'm interested. I'm willing to learn as long as I get paid. And he said, okay. And then I started working for my brother. He gave me a project to work. I started working. I started earning. I think that time I was earning about 80,000 a month on the project that I was working for. And when I started, I was still in school. I was in 300 level. So juggling school and project was not very easy like that because I had to go to school. But luckily enough, I started when I went to university. I decided that okay, I want to learn how to trade. So I started learning forex. I started learning forex, and hello, Mr. Adukunle, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
please
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Okay.
please.
So when I started, I was skeptical, but I started working, and then I decided that okay, I will schedule my classes, the ones that I know I can read and understand. I'll attend lectures, and then the ones that I can understand, I'll just read from home while I work. So that's how I started working. I worked online. As my experience started growing, I started getting more projects to work. More companies started giving me more projects to work. And then along the way, it was time to graduate. When I graduated, there was NYC. So I decided to go for my NYC. I went to Kaduna State. I did my camp there. I came back to Abuja. And then during NYC, I got somewhere to work. It was a private company where I was still able to have time to continue my online job. And then I continued throughout my service. I work online a year after, 2 years after. And then 2 years in, I said, okay, I think it's time for me to learn something different because I've been doing that for 2 years and I knew that I wanted to do something else. So I started learning how to trade foreign exchange. And then when I started, I was still working online though. I continued my job online. I learned how to trade forex. And then all this while, I had friends where, I went to Nile University. And, when someone hears about Nile University, the normal misconception is okay, most of us, they are privileged children. So we don't need to, you know, work for our money. Our parents have money. But it was different for me. I was comfortable, but I decided to work. And then sometimes my friends didn't understand it because I had a friend that normally used to tell me, guy, why are you stressing? Like this thing now, just doing NYC, especially. I was like, let's just enjoy this NYC. After we'll get a job somewhere. But I had that notion of, okay, I need to be very independent. And it comes from what I saw growing up. I saw my parents treat my siblings different because they decided to go out there and work hard for themselves. So that's why I always had that zeal and the drive to, work for my own money. And so I started learning Forex. And unfortunately, the jobs online started reducing, the availability of projects started reducing because what we're doing were contracts, mostly six months. And then if you are good after 6 months, they will renew your contract and all that. So projects started reducing, and then I think it was late last year my contract got terminated because they stopped the project totally. In short, it was even difficult getting a project again. And then I was like, okay, thank God I was learning forex, and then I decided to go into forex. I started trading. I was making some money. My parents saw that okay, I had gone into something different. And my dad asked me at one point, "Ah, what are you doing that you are making money?" And I explained to him, okay, this is what I'm doing, that is what I'm doing. And I was like, okay, if it's something that I'm interested in, he can give me money to, to continue. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. I continued. And then when I saw that I was comfortable making money and I was good enough, I told my dad, okay, if he's ready to invest, I told him this is this, that is that. If he gives me so amount, I'll give him so. The ROI is this. And then he was not telling me that, why am I talking serious? And I told him we are doing business now because he was trying to tell me, no, now let me just collect the money. Anything I'm ready to give, I should give him. He was trying to just invest in the shark, but me, I was taking it as a serious investment. And I collected the money. I started investing his money. I started trading with it. Was receiving his ROI every month. And then I think it was last month he told me I should stop giving him his ROI. And then he has invested that money in me. And I was very happy. So what happened was I decided to take a break of trading and I was at home, I think about a week. And I had started this process since university where I was productive every day. you know. While I was working online, I was working 8 hours a day, mostly Mondays to Fridays, and then I get Saturday and Sundays off. Or most times I work Sundays to Fridays, and then I get just Saturday off, depending on how many hours I'm able to work a day. Because I had to clock 20 hours every week. So when I stayed a week without working, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I'd lost my contract. I stopped trading for like a month because the market was a bit volatile. So I just wanted to take a break. And I thought I could just stay and do nothing. But I realized that I couldn't because I've been used to being productive for a long time. So I said, okay, I have a car. When I was in university, my parents bought a car for me. I said, okay, my car is always parked inside the house. I'm not really doing anything. And I remember, okay, there's boats. I can drive, make money. Whenever I'm tired, I stop and go back home. And I said, okay, let me try it. I downloaded the app, I registered. It was quite fast, you know. And then I did everything. And then I started. And while I was driving boats, I told one of my friends that, you know, I decided not to stay at home. I'll just drive boats. And then I got a job that I'm supposed to resume, I think, ending of August. So I was like, I can't wait while I'm on break from Forex. And then my job does not start to end in August. I need to do something, just earn money. Like it was very important for me to be productive. And so when I started driving, I started making money. I told my friends, and then you know, sometimes we that are young, there's this misconception that certain jobs are beneath you. But I grew up with the notion that you are nobody. My dad used to tell me sometimes when I sit down with my dad, he will tell me, I hope you know that you are nobody. And I'll say, why is he talking like that? He say, my money is not your money. He used to tell me something that today, if I decide not to give you money, you are nobody. Especially when I was still young in university. That's why he used to motivate me. He will never say it outright, but he used to motivate me to, work for your own. Because if something happens to me tomorrow, you cannot stay and just depend on your siblings. So that's why my friends didn't understand, but I didn't really care. I continued working. And then that's where I met Mr. Adekunle. And then we were on the car, we were talking. And he asked me what I was passionate about. And I told him I was very passionate about Nigerian politics because I told him I didn't want to run for office like the typical stereotype that people have of Nigerian politics. I said, I feel like I want to be in politics to make a change. And he asked me why. I said, okay, in my family now, my dad has, I think, about 8 brothers. And in a family, my extended family, as large as it is, my dad is the only one who graduates in his family. there's this my people, the baggy people don't have value for education. And I said the reason why is because most of them, when they're in the villages, they always think, I believe farming is lucrative, but I also believe education is very important. I believe even as a farmer, you should be educated because it will help you in certain places when you want to go far, even in the farming sector, in the agricultural sector that you want to be. Because when you're educated, you get to learn about different kind of loans that you can apply for. You can grow your business. So I told you one of the reasons why I was passionate about politics, and in politics, I like policies because I feel like policies are what drive change in every society. You know, most times we like to look at Europeans, we like to admire the way their politics works, but their politics is centered on, you know, policies and ideology. When you look at even their political parties, you see this party, these are what they stand for, this party, this is what they stand for. But it's totally different in Nigeria. Nigerian politics is totally a game of interest. Where okay, um, you do this for me, I do that for you. And I think that's why the people are left far behind and the politicians just, you know, take advantage of people. And then, we spoke about everything. And then he asked me, what do I think were some of the mistakes I made while I was coming up? I said, I think my biggest problem was money management. I started making money very early. And then, while I was young, that time, especially in Abuja, there are so many places to spend your money, you know. And what I didn't learn quickly was I earned my own money and I went out with friends that spent their parents' money. We were not on the same level because these were people that were enjoying money they didn't work for. So they could spend it a different way compared to me. So I had to, even as I was growing up, I had to learn money management that, okay, I need to prioritize, okay, I need this, I need that, needs and wants. That was one very big challenge I had to learn because as a young person, sometimes my friends, especially from the backgrounds that we are from, they didn't understand oh, okay, oh, I can't spend money on this. It's not worth it, you know. So some of my friends, we drifted apart, but I still have friends that we are still close because I have friends that understand what I do. And I've even been able to make some of my friends, be interested in leaving their parents' money and making a living for themselves. I think that was one very major mistake. And I think as young people, we need to talk to each other more because most times when we talk, we don't talk about things that will make us progress. It's always, okay, what's going on, entertainment, this is that, gossip news, We don't have intellectual conversations that can help us grow. And that's why when Mr. Adekule told me the 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 conversations that we have on this platform on Mondays is mind surgery to change the mentality of people, and he was saying especially young people. I was very interested because I feel like even a lot of my friends can benefit from the kind of conversations that can be had here because these staying in the small mind bubble of my parents are wealthy and I can enjoy their money. It's not healthy. I think one thing that made me grow up and mature very early was the idea of working for my money. I learned to appreciate the value of money. I can remember that time. There was a time when I was spending money. I was telling my mommy, things are expensive. And she laughed and she said, now that you are making money, you know that it's not very easy to make it. So you have value for it. And I think that was one of the greatest things I appreciated. My parents were very supportive and you know with that I'm growing. I was telling Mr. Adekunle, I've not really achieved anything. I'm still very young, but I'm getting there. I know that I want to work in politics because that's something I'm passionate about. The good thing is when you're passionate about something and you work, the money is just an added incentive because you earn and you are passionate about it, so you go to work every day and you are happy. So I think my main message, especially for young people, is just, you know, humility, be humble. I think arrogance is not a character that anybody should possess because arrogance can take very good opportunities away from you. And then people that might be interested in you, maybe because they think you're smart, they won't be able to see that part of you. All they can see outrightly is your arrogance. And it doesn't attract people to you. So I think humility and resilience too is very good to, don't give up. Because I can remember, I think when I started working, I lost some contracts, and my brother was laughing at me. He told me, "You have experienced your first job loss," because it was very heartbreaking. I can remember I was working on that project. I gave him my time. I was even telling him that point that, oh man, I knew that I was doing it right. I didn't get sacked because I was doing it right. It was hard for me, but I've learned to understand that sometimes some things come and go. And after I lost that project, I got another one, and I worked that project for over a year plus before the project got terminated, and then I had to change my career. So I'll say humility, resilience, and one thing I always say is I believe there's hope for young people in Africa and in Nigeria in general, because you know, as a young person, sometimes when you see the way things are in the country, you just feel like, oh, I have friends that are not in Nigeria again. I can remember one of my friends when he was going to Netherlands, he was telling me, let's go now. I told him I can't go because I just believe Nigerians are very hardworking people. So with the right leadership, things can change and things can actually get better for us. So I think my message is just humility, resilience, and there's hope, especially for young people in Nigeria. Um, Again, thank you very much to
Wow.
Mr. Adekunle for inviting me. I really
Wow.
appreciate coming here and sharing my
Wow. Wow.
story.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. 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 Um, we have all heard from this young man, and I know this will go down to the memory lane. We're currently streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook, and after this meeting, a review will be done. The book and the review will be equally be turned to a short video to motivate every young person. You see, when I met him, I said, I know a lot of your mates that will not do anything. I even currently know them that they will just sit since they are eating food. Even me, I have them in my family, despite the fact that we came from an humble background. It's not that our parents had money. I was the only one that worked so hard. I have them. They will not do anything. You are younger than the youngest in my own family, but this is not to bring anybody down. We have to keep talking, keep trying to motivate him to do something for himself. So this is the mind sojourn of the day, and you can see some of great clusterians are on the call today. Like I said, I told them already that you're in this group now. You are the youngest, just to let you know. You are the youngest in this platform as we speak right now. You are the youngest, but you are the youngest. What motivated me myself about you? Because this thing now, even my own children, I'm going to share this thing with them and said, go and listen to a young man. Because don't think that because your father took you abroad, you are living abroad, you are this, you are no, you understand, you study abroad and all of that. This is an epitome of a Nigerian that has the grit, you understand, in him, and is ready to say no. I am going to build myself, and this with you and any young people that are ready to emulate what you have done. This will give us an encouragement that we have a better, you know, a better Nigeria, a better Africa. So we believe that with you, a lot of great things can actually happen. So let's get review from people on the call today. I'll start from the 001. review cluster of the global clusters. And after then, the next people can actually unmute themselves and give their review. Let's have you, Clusterian Oluwaseyi Odushago. What's your take on today's mind surgery revolution?
Thank you so very much, sir. The global presence. We appreciate all you do for humanity. And I greet everyone on the call today. I say excellent moment to every one of us. Mr. Kuyembo, we really appreciate all you have become. Thanks for checking out your older ones, learning from them and appreciating that hard work pays. You should have chosen to rely on your parents' wealth, and we really appreciate the ambassador for bringing you on the call. We every Monday we do this, and we have been hearing stories of older people that made it. They are in their 50s, they are in their 60s, but now bringing a young person like you, is just very pleasing. And we would love to see you grow. We would love to see you grow into your 40s, into your 50s, and we're gonna go back and play this video to younger ones. This is going live, and it's gonna be there for a longer time. And you also you're gonna check what you said 20 years back. 10 years back. Say, this is my story, and you are consistent. And I really appreciate what you have become, choosing to carve your own path. But start not relying on the wealth of your parents and you listening. This is what we tell people that you can actually choose. There's a saying that if a sheep should follow a dog, the sheep will eat the dung. It's a choice. You understand? Your friends say, bro, let's japa. You say no, you believe in this country. You understand? This that means you have your right mind. You're making it is not hard. It starts all from the mind, and we definitely want to continue to have you on the call. Every day we have this call, and we hope to have you and grow with you, grow a team with you. Like the ambassador said, uh, where you are is a developed nation, developed people in a developed nation. You understand? And you are doing your best, being productive, very, very important. You have all the ingredients, and this is born out of the core of you. Not that somebody sat you down and be telling you to do. You're not forced. You chose this. Your mind is so grounded that even Nigeria can't even bring you down. We have a lot of um, your age brackets. What they are doing right now, now they are complaining. Economy is that. Look at you at your state. You are doing something beautiful for yourself. You are not a complainer. And in the next 5 years, I'm telling you, we're still going to have more complainants, bro. You know that we're going to be having more complainants than now. But you are not going to be in that stage. In the next 5 years, you're going to be flying. It's just for real because you have the ingredients already to make it. And we're so proud, we're so happy for your kind. This is a youth in his 25. You understand? And instead of you engaging in scam, all these vices, you chose. So we have the right. This is not about the from what you mentioned since. I've never noted any complaint or any regret or any grudges. What I see in you is someone that is always looking for a way out to find solutions, and that is what we need. Yeah, there's going to be issues in life. Yeah, you know that already. So like you are waking up every day asking the life, what's up today? What are we doing today? You are ready, your mind is straightforward today. You understand? Instead of what's happening in the trend, you are not ready for that. You are thinking of making yourself better. You understand? And as ambassador used to say that, it is a developed people that make a developed nation. You understand? You're thinking about, look at how young you are. You're thinking about policies already, rights policies. You know what is right, and we are not here complaining, blaming anyone. We are working hard on ourselves first, which you are doing. If I am better, I make myself better, I'm becoming better. I don't have time to complain. You are always thinking. I know after this corner, you are thinking of what next to do to make yourself better and to make the right pay. Mind is so rest. You are not You're not scared. Maybe police is coming to check your phone. You are scamming someone. You did so many things for yourself, and you have role models. You understand? You have older ones that you can follow and learn from them and can be better. Thank you for what you have become. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Ambassador, sir. Thank you, I appreciate it, sir.
Amazing. Amazing. That is the voice of the 001 review cluster of the global clusters. Let's get the next person to speak to us. Diction Guru, what's your take on today's mind surgery?
Thank you, Noble President, Ambassador Adekunle Badmus. Thank you very much, sir. This is quite amazing. Our spokesperson is a very, very young man, and we want to appreciate you for letting this amazing young person come talk to us. Age shouldn't be a limitation as long as the individual is full of streams of values, and that's what you are telling to us. That's what we are preaching to the world. That's one of the trainings we have been receiving. It is not about your age. You have to be a 50-year-old before we will let you do things. No, we want the younger generation. We want young stars, even people younger than our spokesperson. If they have what it takes, then we allow them to. We want to hear their voice or their voices. We want to hear them talk to us. We want to hear them tell us about things that will inspire, transform us. Thank you very much, sir. And I want to quickly talk about our spokesperson, Mr. Kuyembo. I hope I got that pronunciation right.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, all right. In fact, I was already wishing, I need to see this guy's face. You said you quickly packed somewhere that it's raining or something. I said, are we not going to see this person's face? Well, I just saw that after a very short while, you opened your camera. And honestly, my boss, that is our 001 review chief, the one who just spoke, Mr. Sheyi, he already said part of what I wanted to say. I wish I was the first person to speak.
You can say it again, it doesn't matter.
But, yes,
you can add your voice.
But
it's a revolution.
Yes,
it's an intellectual revolution. Add your voice. So give your submission.
Yes, sir.
Feel free.
Thank you very much,
sir.
Yes,
send it in English. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, boss. And honestly, I admire the point where you chose not to be a parasite. You just wanted to gain honor by working with your own hands. You the part where you said your friends. This is what youngsters should. This is what we want them to learn or hear. Because your parents are wealthy, they have money. It's not a yardstick to no, we have all it takes. We have money, so you should just spend money anyhow because you didn't work for it. So there's really I don't know. You will not really understand the other side of life because you don't know what others go through. Those who don't have that opportunity. Look at you. You said you learned how to manage money. I picked that point. You had to, it was challenging, but you learned it. And that's why you are where you are today. You have a better understanding. You know that there's honor in labor or dignity in labor because you worked for your money. So you will not spend it anyhow. You talk to maybe your father or your mother, things are expensive, and he laughed that, okay, now you know how, you understand, which for me is better because if you did not work for money and you're always getting everything you want, and you want a brand new car, you got it, you want a brand new house, I'm tired of this house, I don't want it anymore, and you just throw tantrum and all that, and you get a new one, you will not know what life is all about. You will be a mess. You will not be able to handle anything. So this is this is something I want youngsters, everyone we want them to learn from you. Like Mr. Sheyi rightly said, we want to hear you again. We want you to come talk to our teenagers, people, maybe 20-year-olds and all that. They need to learn from you. People who feel things are hard. I cannot, things are difficult. It's because my parents are not giving me money. But you had good parents. I mean, you had wealthy parents, but you decided to do something for yourself. You decided to do something tangible. No, if I don't, in fact, don't give me money. This is what I want to do. when you started having challenges from the online stuff you were doing, you started looking into something else. Okay, what else can I do? You were calculating, you were thinking, you were not just banking on, oh, now things are hard. Okay, I have my parents are wealthy now. They should just continue to send me money. But now look at where you are, and I'm just glad I can continue to talk about the good things you have said to us this morning. And thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Ambassador, for bringing somebody like this. I know that this will not stop. I trust you, Ambassador. I trust you, sir. I trust you. So this is
Amazing,
very, very wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you,
amazing,
sir.
amazing, amazing. You see, I told him, I said, it will be an honor for you to lead the global youth cluster of the global clusters. For him to be the whole one. These are our own. This is in the global cluster we talk about humanity revolution, where we don't consider whether you're tribe, whether I'm Yoruba, you are from Abuja, you are from the north, or you are from the west. Yes, we don't. So it will be an honor for you to lead every youth. We just want to know that, okay, this is the person has put to himself. We want, if every young person have this kind of value, what do you think our father's land will look like? If every young person, please, I need everybody's comment on this. If every young person Kiyambo, how will Nigerian look like? Because the young people of his age, they are the majority in our father's land, from 17 to like 25, 30 years. They are the majority. So we want them to have this kind of mindset. Yes, he was born with privilege, but not using that as a yardstick to misbehave around, to spoil his father's name or his mother's name, to drag the family's name to the mud. We have a lot of people that are born with privileges that they will have dragged the parent's name to the mud. The parent will be, they will not, they will even be worried and say, why did I bring this kind of person to the world? You understand? So, but this is you. We will celebrate you. The global cluster celebrates you, and we want to. It's everything we do in the global cluster is actually volunteer. Every one of us just felt that our father's land cannot be going the way it's going, and we all like say, let us volunteer into this global community. It's a digital developed global community, and let us use it to fix our father's land, regardless of, we are not actually a political party, but we want to make sure that any political party that might be there, we want to give them the right support. We want to create the right mindset in the people around us. We want to build our community so that we can all enjoy it. So let's go on with people's submission. Let's have Afose Cluster and Afose Joshua. What's your take on today's mind surgery revolution? Cluster and Afose, are you there? If Avocet is not there, let me get the 002 certificate revolution of the global clusters. What's your take, Clusterian Olukayode Oyedotun, aka Master Genie? What's your take on today's mind surgery revolution? Master Genie, are you there? Okay. If it's not there, let's get a submission from Clusterian Williams, FNG Citadel.
Excellent day to you, everyone who is listening to me. Good morning, Dr. Badmos.
Excellent morning to you.
Sorry, I came very late because I was up to one or two activities at the office. So I couldn't grab as much as I would have wanted. But I could say that what I heard, the little I heard, was in line of how one can be useful to his or herself, despite all the challenges and the ups and downs that is true to us. And by that, I think we are in good line with what the Global Cluster stands for. And also, I want to thank our facilitator, Mr. Kuyebo, if I could say it well. Sorry. I want to thank you for coming on board and making us to know that it's never over until it's over. And we must make it right no matter what. From what you've said and the little I've gotten from it, it drives every youth to be useful to himself. You know, it gets to a stage where you sit yourself down and you ask some salient questions about your well-being. Why am I existing?
Mm, mm,
And when you start answering such kind of questions, you begin to see that
mm,
every and each passing days must
mm,
count. So I want to thank you for this which you've made known to us. It has resonated our thinking, and it has shown us that the line in which we are pursuing is possible if only we will be consistent and persistent in it. Nothing is impossible.
mm.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And like Mr. Fares said, we will want to hear it from you more and we want to see you more. Thank you, everyone that is on this call. Have a perfect week ahead.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for that contribution. Let's have Afoset Joshua. Are you there? I've had your voice to today's mind surgery revolution. Okay. Maybe I think Afoset Joshua's this thing. Let's have Olabi. Olabi, what's your take on today's mind surgery revolution?
Okay, sir. My take on today's mind surgery revolution is this. Actually, what he said is a drive for every young people, including myself, because I'm younger than him. The motivation there, it pushes everyone forward to become great and to be independent and not
Mm,
depending on themselves or their parents. What he said also, the part he said arrogance, with arrogance drives people away from you, is also another useful tip for young people and for everyone also. Because what he said totally actually affected, I know a lot of people that it has affected, because without humility you will not be able to get connections from people and advice and help from people, and you might not be able to go far in life. But everything he said and his life story generally about him being independent and the advice he got from his parents, and also his parents being supportive to him, is a drive for young people to make it
mm.
and to be successful. Thank you.
Sorry, how old are you?
16 this year.
Olubi, 16. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's great. That's great. That's great. Thank you very much, Olubi. Who invited you to today's mind surgery?
Cluster and Oluwaseyi Odusagun.
Okay, 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 okay. Amazing, amazing. That's great. Fall in line with the teenagers cluster, why the person that spoke today fall in line with the youth cluster. So I want to see more of you too, and invite a lot of your friends. If you guys come together like this and talk, you can know that yes, we're talking nation building, and we're talking about putting the right thing in our mind to be able to like build our father's land. So nice to have you. It's a great
Thank you, sir.
moment to have you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um,
Thank you, sir.
let's have is Afose Joshua ready? Master Genie, are you available?
Yes,
Hello,
I'm
boss.
available, sir.
He already talked about why his network. As a coach, he already talked about his network. Sent a message.
Okay, what about Master Genie? Is Master Genie available?
Yes, I think he just
Yes,
responded now. Yes.
I'm available, sir. Excellent morning, sir.
All right. Oh, yeah. O2 certificates. Add your voice to today's mind surgery revolution.
Thank you very much, sir, for the great opportunity. Our global
Go
president,
ahead, Master.
Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. I greet our First Lady, Chief Mrs. Motunrayo Badmus, and I
Mm,
greet all our great daddies and mummies and
mm,
all great clusterian present on the call today and non-clusterians. Thank you for all the spokesperson, especially our mind surgeon of today, Mr. Kunyebo. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for
mm,
sharing your story with us. And I know you are very busy. It's a Monday morning. You're on your way to a meeting, like you said from the beginning. But your interest to contribute to humanity is why you're here today. And I'm so glad that you met with our global president. Yes, it was very funny the way I met him as well. And I will not lie to you, it's been great since then. I will be 36 years of age this year, and I've been out of the country since I was 18. That I've been, facing my life. I was the firstborn, and I had to look after younger ones. I lost my dad at a very tender age. So when I see people like you, even that you come from people, from you have older ones in front of you, you had, responsible parents that were supporting you. You didn't use that opportunity to go astray. Instead, you focused on yourself and you use every mechanism to better yourself. That is why you are successful at this age now. And if we are talking about building our nation, because this is the reason why we are here as a cluster is to build our father's land. We need many more people like you. This is why we are saying the global cluster is here to stay. When people like you are, training more people, replicating more people like you, I mean, motivating people like you to come out and, don't be lazy. Don't think that whatever you're facing right now is the end. You understand? If you're doing good right now, see how you can do better. If you're not happy with what you're doing right now, the only thing you can do is to see how you can do better. The only person you can be better than is who you were yesterday. That is what I've learned from what Mr. Kuyembo has mentioned today. He didn't say because he's been making big money from the forex. He decided to go into doing both. He came down the ladder just because he's resilient and he wants to contribute to himself and to the community while he's able to handle his bills. And this is what all youth needs to do to survive instead of chasing somebody else's footstep that you don't know how they got there. So just have your own goal set by yourself. If you don't have a goal, get a mentor. That's why we are here as a clusterian, and you can create your own cluster under the clusters. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. I believe everybody that is listening today or that will listen in the future, we have a lot of things to pick from. I can't just pick on everything with this just 1 minute. And thank you, our last spokesperson, Olabi. I'm happy that you were here today because you are one of our youngest one, and you will be able to preach this forum, this community, this nature building community to youngsters so that you can come in, we can teach you what we know, we can share our story with you so that you too can use it among yourselves to develop the ones coming behind you. Thank you very much. Thank you, our global president.
amazing,
That is
amazing.
the subject for today.
Master Genie, you are the mind surgeon for next week. So
Yes, sir.
that story, we need to hear it. It's very, very important. I know a lot of people will learn from that story. Losing one of your parents at a tender age is not easy. And a lot can resonate with that. You understand? So we need to hear your story. We need to hear what motivated you to get to where you are today. And how is it that you even escape all of the temptation in the United Kingdom? You understand? Some people will be in the United Kingdom and they'll be on crack. You understand? So, and they'll be on drugs. So, but you didn't do that. Instead of that, you motivated yourself. You have the O2 Certificate Revolution. You advocate, you volunteer to make sure that Nigerian youth become what they want to become. Then again, is that we want I want everyone to emulate what Clusterian Oluwaseyi Odushagun did by bringing a teenager to the core. Every Clusterians and non-Clusterian that will be listening to this, make sure you are the one that will share the channel, the YouTube channel, the Facebook channel of the global clusters to a younger person. Sow your seed into the life of this younger one. I'm very sure Olubiyi, as he grows up, he will not forget that, no, this is my mentor. This is someone that, I don't know whether they are related or not, but, this is someone that actually, you know, ensure that I get the right message that will build me. Olubi cannot be listening to the global cluster and be consistent to listen to all of our daily programs, the nation building programs, the humanity, the genuine love, the accurate connection, the ARE, and I can bet anybody he's 16 now. Before he will clock 20, this boy will clock 20. He will be a very, very great man. Great man. As a matter of fact, if he's so serious about it, it can be the 001 teenagers cluster of the global cluster. You have it. I can give it to you to be the 001 on teenager, to motivate every teenagers before you clock 20, and to create a team, a cluster of all teenagers in all the community of the world. And Millie, I've told him that if he's ready to lead the youth cluster and motivate all the youth all over the world, bring like minds, some people that are thinking negatively, bring them to the fold, repair their mind, repair, the way they think and all of that, whether they come from a rich home or not, their mind can be repaired in the global clusters, and they can make a very sound and forward thinking decision for themselves. So having said that, if you're watching us, I want you to add your own submission. This meeting should be shared to everybody. All secondary school students needs to be here. Everybody needs to learn from this young man. And you need to know that, look at him now. He just self-motivated. I can say Millie is born old. For a young boy to just be self-motivated, meaning this is not the face coming to this earth. You understand? There are a lot of people like that. Maybe this is the second or third time. You understand? You're coming to the earth. And we want every young people to tap into what Millie has done for himself. Millie has distinguished himself despite coming from a privileged family, but he said, no, I'm not going to bring shame to my family. Who are you? What family have you come from? And what value are you adding to that family? Instead of bringing shame, Millie make up his mind to bring progress to the family, to bring good name, to use the family name to motivate every other person, to let them know, even this is a call to the rich and the poor. You understand? This boy is not a poor young man. All the siblings can be saying, my brother take, my brother take, my brother take. That is one. Again, he is gotten a parent. You understand? And they are well to do. Then he got him a car. He did not say, oh, after all, they bought me a car, I can just live life the way I want to live it, and anyhow. He started monetizing that car by using it to do both, and knowing fully well that, he said something, he didn't say it here to me, and I'm going to say it because he said, the parent will say, and this goes to all parents, the parent will say, the house help is our house help. It's not your house help. So fix your room yourself. So as a parent that you are privileged, are you Are you just treating your workers in the house anyhow, as to think that you're taking care of your parent, your children rather? So you should learn from the parent of this young man here. And he said, the parent would tell, this thing I used to say to my own children too, that their money is their money. It is not his money. You understand? So Millie is putting himself to the right work to build his own parastatal, to build his own this thing. You understand? On a good day, based on the connection the father have, he does not need to connect with anybody anymore. You understand? He can just leverage on what the parent already have. But Millie did not stop there. Millie is trying to network the right mindset. When he see it, he is a magnet. He magnet every good thing. Millie is someone that uh, all Nigerians should take care of, because he's our own. And I believe this young man has a lot to offer this nation. Is interested in the policies, the ideology. He mentioned that, and that resonated so much in me, because that is what I'm equally interested in. I'm interested in the way we do things. When people ask me, "Oh, do you want to become the president?" I said, "No." There were a lot of people say, "Oh, we would love you to become our president of Federal Republic of Nigeria." And I said, "No, I am okay being the president of the global clusters." You understand? I just want every individual to have the right attitude towards the leaders, and I know once every individual have the right attitude towards the leaders too will reciprocate. I can tell you, when even if you do good to a bad person, it will extinguish the badness from them. Review department, take note. Doing good to a bad person, it will remove that bad ingredient from them. It's like you have a Coca-Cola and you have a clean water. If you pour some water and the Coca-Cola is filled to the brim, and you pour some water into that bottle, which means some of the content will go out. I can tell you, those content that go out, that Coca-Cola does not have the richness that it has before you pour that white water. So it has extinguished some sort of the Coca-Cola. It might still be looking black, but it does not carry the same potent anymore. And if you keep pouring that water, before you know it, the old Coca-Cola that looks black will just be very, very white. And the taste will change, everything will change. And that is what we're meant. This is the right movement. This is not a movement to disrespect our elders. This is not a movement to disrespect the people we have put in power. You understand? Some of us, we say, oh, the procedure was not done well, and all of this, and all of. But we have them in power. Let us come down and fix ourselves. And that is why we come together every day to talk, to discuss, to think, to reason together. Look at this young man here. Is is a Nigerian. Is actually a message to the rich, and is a message to the poor. I remember I told him when we were talking, and I said, do you know that some people will be poor and arrogant again? You understand? You are poor, you are not, you are lazy. Poor, lazy, arrogant. You can see that it's going to know that your life cannot, you are not even getting to anywhere. You understand? Poor, lazy, and arrogant. All of these things, lazy and arrogant, all of these things cannot help you. So the global cluster is there to help as many as possible that are willing to join their voice with what we believe in. We are here to make sure that everybody is relevant. We're here to make sure that every Nigerian have a sense of this young man. This young man that distinguished himself, and he did something that we are all proud of. We are all proud of it. We are all proud of it. We are all proud of it. So please, if you're listening to this, I want you to add your own submission. Take this video, share it with your younger one. Olubi, share it with your friends. I want Millie, please share this with your friend. Please, kindly help us lead the youth cluster. Olubi, help us lead the teenagers cluster. Let us bring all the teenagers together and let us all reason together like this. And I tell you, honor will come. Our time is fast spent, and
Hello, Mr. Shay. Can you still hear boss? Am I the only one not hearing him?
to end the
On your side,
call,
connection.
okay, sorry.
Okay.
I want to ask, who are we? We are a consortium of professionals or upcoming professionals, technocrats or upcoming technocrats, entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs, where we share accurate knowledge of our industry. Why? Because it gives us the right power, accurate information, because that is the bridge between where we are and where we ought to be. Accurate connection, because to whom we are connected to determine what we collect. We're not just a social media platform with a marketplace with instant monetization. With the first social media with instant monetization, we are the first nation building social media platform on earth. This is where your children should belong to. Enroll every of your kids, even in this during this long holiday, with just 61,000 naira, and they will be taking a course from London Tea Career Institute. With just 61,000 naira, you can enroll your children and they will take a UK diploma course. They will get the right mentor here, so that the other social media platform will not give them a mentor you don't like. You understand? So please, let us ensure that we share this message to every nook and crannies, every summer program places all over the world. Let us all come together and discuss how to take our father's land from where it is to where it ought to be. Tonight, we are meeting again. Survival strategies in the new normal. By 5 p.m., the link will be dropped. And, at the survival strategy in the new normal, we wouldn't mind if Millie can come again and just tell us all the surviving techniques as a young person that I was using to survive. That too will motivate a young man. When you see someone using something to survive, you can see now today you have motivated Olubi. You understand? Olubi has learned a lot from you. And we want Olubi to motivate all of his mates and the younger ones from 13. You understand? All the teenagers. Bring them to the call. Tell their parents to register them into the global cluster. One time, lifetime, 61,000 naira is needed, and you will be very happy you did. Thank you very much. Money is It's not that we're just giving you knowledge, information, and all of that and connection alone. We equally make sure, because like I said, it's the first platform that it's monetized. We give you money every day. You understand? You earn something from the global cluster on a daily basis, and that is why we want every youth to come here. You understand? Let's motivate. Let's talk to ourselves, and let us bring ourselves to this wonderful platform. Having said that, I want to say great shout out to the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution of the Global Cluster in the person of Ambassador Dr. Michelle Uko. I want to thank everyone that have joined their voice to the call today, and I want to thank everyone that has put out comment over there. And Farek said, "Brilliant idea, boss." And Oluwabi said, "President sir is Olabiji, not Olubi." Thank you. His name is Olabi. Sorry, I didn't see that very well. It's a bit tiny on my phone. So, having said that, I think we have done justice to everything today, and I want to say, have a wonderful week. Hope this is able to jumpstart you and jumpstart someone in your community. Please kindly share the YouTube link with people in your community, and let us all create prosperity of the mind, not and prosperity of our society. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye for now. Bye bye.